You walk into a dealership. You test drove the thing, you Googled the reviews, the salesman shook your hand and said, "This one's a great value." Fast forward 18 months, your SUV is on a flatbed. Your mechanic is texting you a quote that looks less like a car repair and more like a down payment on a boat, $7,000. For an engine, on a vehicle you still owe money on. Welcome to the club nobody asked to join. Today we're going deep on 7 SUV models, engine codes, failure mechanisms, real-world repair costs, recall data, so you don't end up on the side of the highway wondering where your savings went. Let's get into it. Number 1. Ford Explorer and Edge 3.5-liter Cyclone V6, 2011 through 2019. On virtually every normal engine, the water pump is mounted on the outside. You can see it. If it leaks, you catch it early. $400 total. Done. Ford said, nah. Ford buried the water pump inside the engine, driven off the timing chain behind the timing cover. When the seal fails, and it will, coolant dumps directly into the engine oil. No external drip, no puddle, just your engine quietly turning into a science experiment while you drive to work. The result is a brown, frothy sludge mechanics call the milkshake. Once your oil is contaminated with coolant, bearing failure is a matter of time. Cost if caught early, $1,200 to $1,800 in labor alone, since accessing the pump means tearing the front of the engine apart. Cost if missed, $6,500 to $9,000 for a full engine replacement, on a vehicle you might owe $15,000 on. Ford issued TSBs acknowledging the problem, but TSBs aren't recalls. You still pay. Multiple class action suits followed. Highest risk years? 2011 through 2016. Alternative, the 2016 to 2019 Toyota Highlander 3.5-liter V6, boring, conventional, external water pump, has been documented running past 300,000 miles. Boring is good. Number 2. Hyundai Santa Fe and Kia Sorento Theta 2 engine, 2011 through 2019. The Ford situation was bad. This one is worse. This one involves fire. The Theta 2 2.4-liter GDI and 2.0 Turbo were used across 8 million Hyundai and Kia vehicles. The root cause? During manufacturing, metal shavings from the machining process weren't properly cleaned out of the crankshaft oil passages. Those passages carry pressurized oil to every bearing surface in the engine. Debris restricts flow, bearings run dry, the connecting rod loses its bearing surface and starts flailing at 3,000 RPM. Best case, the engine seizes and you're stranded. Worst case, the rod punches a hole through the block, raw oil sprays onto a 1200-degree Fahrenheit exhaust manifold, and your car is on fire while you're driving it. This happened to real people. NHTSA received over 3,000 complaints about Theta 2 engine fires. Multiple fatalities have been reported. Hyundai's initial 2015 recall covered 470,000 vehicles. After years of pressure, investigations, and expanded recalls, the total reached over 8 million vehicles. The DOJ opened a criminal investigation into whether executives knew and covered it up. In 2022, Hyundai paid a $210 million settlement, the largest ever by an automaker for safety misconduct. Before buying any 2011 through 2019 Hyundai or Kia with these engines, run the VIN at nhtsa.gov. Verify the KSDS NOx sensor software update has been applied. If the recall shows open, that's a negotiation point. The remedy may be free, but you need to know going in. Number 3. Nissan Rogue and Pathfinder Jatco CVT, 2013 through 2021. The Jatco CVT and the Rogue 2013 through 2020 and Pathfinder 2013 through 2021 has become so notorious for failing that it spawned entire Reddit communities where owners process their trauma. Nobody there is having a good time. A CVT has no fixed gears, just a steel belt between 2 variable pulleys. The theory is beautiful. The execution in these units is not. The CVT fluid has to act simultaneously as hydraulic fluid and lubricant. Under sustained load, towing, mountain grades, hot weather, the cooling capacity is simply insufficient. Fluid overheats, viscosity drops, the belt slips microscopically, metal particulate contaminates the hydraulic circuit, and the whole thing spirals into progressive failure. The tell? You're on the highway and suddenly the car won't exceed 40 miles per hour. Engine revs normally, but the vehicle barely moves. That's limp mode. By the time you're there, you have a partially failed transmission. Earlier symptoms: shuddering between 25 to 40 miles per hour, a rubber band sensation where the engine revs up but the car doesn't accelerate, whining from the transmission tunnel. Replacement costs $4,200 to $5,500 at a Nissan dealer. Nissan settled class actions and extended CVT warranty coverage to 84 months, 84,000 miles for certain owners. Run your VIN to check eligibility. The one maintenance action that genuinely helps is change CVT fluid every 40,000 to 50,000 miles maximum. Nissan originally called it lifetime fluid. It is not lifetime fluid. A fluid change costs $250. A transmission costs $4,500. That math isn't hard. Number 4. Jeep Cherokee and Compass 2.4-liter Tiger Shark Multi-Air, 2014 through 2022. Every engine burns some oil. Normal is a quart every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. The Tiger Shark Multi-Air Mini Active in documented cases consumes a quart every 1,000 miles. Do the math. You've got a 5.5 quart capacity, you change oil every 5,000 miles like a responsible adult, and you could be running on half a quart before the interval is up. That's not a quirk. That's an engine slowly eating itself. The root cause is the oil control ring design. The ring doesn't press against the cylinder wall with sufficient force, allowing oil to slip into the combustion chamber and burn. The multi-air variable valve timing system, which is hydraulically actuated, then begins behaving erratically when oil pressure drops from low levels. Engine stalls mid-turn at intersections, simultaneous loss of power steering and braking, which is a safety issue, not just a reliability one. NHTSA has hundreds of complaints on file. Stellantis issued TSBs and established a consumption test. If a vehicle burns more than a quart per 1,000 miles, dealers are authorized to replace engine components. Except multiple owners reported dealers telling them a quart per 1,000 miles was within spec, using the threshold as a denial tool rather than a repair trigger. Class action suits followed. Piston ring replacement $3,200 to $4,800. Short block $5,500 to $7,500. Pre-purchase, get a compression test and leak down test $150 to $200. It'll tell you the actual state of those rings before you sign anything. Number 5. Chevy Equinox and GMC Terrain 2.4-liter Ecotec GDI 2013 to 2017. There's a reason these are cheap. The 2.4-liter Ecotec GDI has 3 problems that work together like a dysfunction ensemble. Problem 1. Direct injection means fuel never washes the intake valves. Oil vapor from the PCV system bakes onto them instead. By 60 to 70,000 miles, you may need walnut blasting to clean the ports. Cost $400 to $600. Problem 2. The timing chain tensioner uses oil pressure to maintain chain tension. If your oil is dirty or thin, and it will be, the tensioner fails, the chain stretches, and you risk piston-to-valve contact. That means a destroyed engine. Preventative timing chain job? $1,800 to $2,500. Problem 3. The high-pressure fuel pump seal fails and leaks raw gasoline into the engine oil. Gasoline is not a lubricant. It strips oil's viscosity and additive package. Fuel pump replacement plus oil flush, $700 to $900. Now, watch what happens together. The fuel pump leaks gas into the oil, thinning it. Thin oil can't maintain the timing chain tensioner, the chain stretches, and the same degraded oil is circulating through the entire engine, accelerating every other wear surface simultaneously. It's a reliability feedback loop from hell. Bring all 3 items to a 100,000-mile Equinox at once, and you're looking at $3,000 to $4,000 in work on an $8,000 car. Number 6. Honda CR-V 1.5-liter turbo 2017 to 2021. Your oil level should go down between changes. That's how oil works. If it's going up, something that isn't oil is entering the crankcase. In the 2017 to 2021 CR-V 1.5T in cold climates, that something is gasoline. During cold starts below freezing, the engine runs a rich mixture and some fuel spray hits the cold cylinder walls before fully vaporizing. It washes past the piston rings into the crankcase. In warm climates, this evaporates. In cold climates, it accumulates. Owners in Canada and the northern US were finding their dipsticks reading above full and the oil smelling like a gas station. Honda acknowledged the issue in Japan in 2018 and issued a recall there. In North America, the response was a software update, TSB 19-023, that modifies cold start fuel enrichment. The update measurably helps, but doesn't eliminate the issue in extreme cold. This is primarily a cold climate problem. Texas, Arizona, Florida, the 1.5T has a much better record there. If you're in Minneapolis or Edmonton, verify the software update via VIN lookup. Change oil every 5,000 miles or 6 months maximum, and check oil level and smell monthly during winter. Gasoline in your oil at 10 to 15% concentration reduces viscosity enough to compromise bearing lubrication. The long-term wear effects are real even if they aren't immediately catastrophic. Number 7. BMW X5 N63 V8 and Mercedes GLE M276 V6. These are genuinely wonderful machines when running right, but once they cross 80,000 miles out of warranty, they're among the most financially destructive used vehicle purchases in the market. BMW X5 50i N63 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8. BMW quietly acknowledged the widespread issues with a customer care package. Here's what it covers, and this is a shopping list of pain. The plastic oil separator cracks from heat, $800 to $1,200 to replace, and you may do it again in 2 years. Valve stem seals fail, causing blue exhaust smoke and oil consumption. Replacing them on a V8 with turbos mounted inside the engine V takes 15 to 20 hours at $175 to $250 per hour. Call it $2,600 to $5,000 in labor alone. 2 high-pressure fuel pumps, one per bank, $1,200 to $1,800 each. Spark plugs require removing the intake manifold. Carbon cleaning the DI intake valves. Added up before touching the turbos, $7,000 plus. The turbos themselves can run $4,000 to $6,000 each on a vehicle you bought for $28,000. That's why it was $28,000. Mercedes GLE M276 V6. The balance shaft system, driven off the timing chain, wears predictably with imperfect oil change history. Balance shaft and timing chain service, $3,000 to $4,500. Hydraulic engine mounts degrade and split, $1,500 to $1,600 for the pair. And the Airmatic air suspension, phenomenal when new, has rubber airbags at every corner that crack and leak with age. All 4 struts plus a compressor, $5,000 to $6,500. If you still want one, get a pre-purchase inspection from an independent German specialist, not a brand dealer. Budget $3,000 to $5,000 in proactive maintenance in your first 2 years. Get a third-party extended warranty that explicitly covers turbos, electronics, and drivetrain. The alternative? The 2017 to 2022 Lexus RX 350. Conventional V6, not as exciting. Consumer Reports data shows the BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE costing $2,500 to $4,000 more per year in unscheduled maintenance than the RX in the 80,000 to 150,000 mile range. Over 5 years, that's a $12,000 to $20,000 swing. Boring is the highest compliment an engine can receive. How to protect yourself. Run the VIN before anything else. NHTSA.gov. Free, 30 seconds, shows every open recall. Get a pre-purchase inspection, $150 to $300 from an independent mechanic before you sign. For German vehicles, find a German specialist specifically. Budget maintenance reserves. If you're buying at 70,000 to 80,000 miles, assume money is coming out in year 1. Know your number before the car surprises you with it. Don't let a great price talk you into a bad decision. The price is great because someone else already learned a lesson.